Today I will be going over a CLS entry I like to use in specific to the CLS Asian Pacific Close. I use this entry method mostly with either the Aussie or the Euro, but I also watch the same time area on my other charts as well. I'll be taking it back to a very good example that I saw last week. Now, I will only be mapping out the range from the daily open. This is where I start. I also take into account the time from 6 a.m. EST, which is NY open. Then 12 p.m. EST. I believe this is when liquidity falls off the map. What do we do if this happens? Well, we wait for the PM session to see if anything else comes up. So let's start. In this example I'll be mapping out the Aussie. Here, I mark the daily open in accordance to IPDA, which is midnight time, EST. After I do this, I try to pay close attention to the highs and lows that are made during London and New York. Here, I see a clear high and low made during New York. In specific, this time zone was from 8:30 a.m. through 9 a.m. EST. ICT teaches this as the OTE model, which is what we had here. If you miss OTE, you can search for an opportunity within this window. Now, if you pay attention to the first red arrow, you'll see that the time was 10 a.m. EST. This is Asia Pacific funding completion target time. The second red arrow is the Asia Pacific close at 10:25 a.m. EST. From here, we see a clear expansion to the upside. Now call it what you want, but I like to call this a sweep. My interpretation of what goes on during this time is that since the Aussie is somewhat within that region, the liquidity can be connected to them. Now, as you can see on the price chart, the Aussie's starting to give trouble moving higher as soon as we hit 10:25 a.m. EST. After the first run up, price stalls thereafter, creating lower highs. The second run up then comes down to break market structure. After this occurs, we can look for an entry and take profits according to the standard deviations that belong to the range that broke market structure. Now, I know this is hindsight, but again, check out the time window from 10 o'clock through 10:25 a.m. EST. If you see something that matches your system in that time window, then boom. Hopefully this helped you understand what levels to look for on your chart based on your system. Good luck and good trading.